Peace and blessings, family. This is your boy Gerald. It is Monday, the 11th. I think it's 11th, maybe the 10th. I'm not sure. It's early. It's 8:08 Monday morning, and you're the beginning of your new week. Hold that thought for a second because I got the light on. I want to open up the blinds so you can see me. All right, better, better. Let that light in so you can be seen. Oh, I got a little fly in here. That's what happens when you're in the garage. So, how's your week? How's your week already planned? Because you know you've already worked your week, you just don't realize your body has to catch up. That's right. Some of y'all that'll sink in for some. It'll go in one ear and out the other. But that's okay because it's summertime. Your summer. But I would be remiss not to convey this to each and every one of you. There are going to be 1,001 distractions out there to keep you from fulfilling what is intended for your summer. Did you know that? Oh, yeah. There's going to be countless opportunities, but a lot of them are distractions. And that's why it's very important. You got to make a decision. How about right now? It's Monday, top of the morning, 8:10 a.m. Monday, the 11th. I think it's 11th. I don't have my watch on. Of July 2017. Remember when beginning of the summer, I conveyed to you, I said, choose 5 things that you wish to complete this summer. Have y'all taken the time to filter through what those 5 things were? Have you done it yet? If not, what's stopping you? Because you'll come to understand the more committed you are to that project will also give you more footing to your direction. And that direction will ultimately reveal to you your purpose. Let's not negate that. You're here for a reason. It's not to be the victim. It's not to be the doormat. It's not to be the scapegoat. It's to be you. Precious, priceless, one of a kind, original. That's your life. But it means nothing if you don't want to claim it. Because truth be told, misery loves company. It's a long, endless table of excuses. It's a long, endless table of doubt. It's a long, endless table filled with fear of opportunity not seized. Which is kind of ironic because you always hear people echo this, carpe diem. Carpe diem, you see it all over social media. Carpe diem means seize the day. But why seize the day when you need to seize you? To seize means to grab, to possess, to control, which requires what? For you to be vulnerable with yourself. Maybe this is the summer that you're going to finally get to know you. Maybe that's the reason why, even though you don't want to tell anybody, you still have insecurities. No matter what your birth date reflects, you've got fears, you've got insecurities. You're a human. We can accept that as a common thought process, but guess what? What about the application to live your life? You do understand that, unfortunately, there are going to be those that will be revealed in your life that were strategically placed in your life to derail it. And for some, that's going to piss you the hell off. To others, will be straight validation because you saw it. You come to understand the insight of the experience. But if the experience is constantly being repeated, why won't you acknowledge what needs to be corrected? Maybe that's the reason why your money's not right. Got your attention now? Maybe that's the reason why no matter how much effort you put in to be in a relationship, you get the opposite. Because you can't be in a relationship with anyone unless you have a relationship with yourself first. So that goes back to seizing. How about seeking? How about unconditionally loving you? Why won't you love yourself? I know society wants to put this facade because they like to romanticize a lot of things about being the helpless romantic. And I too was that guy because I got a big heart. I got a big old heart. But it matters not if you do not know how to discern and protect what is needed. You know why you protect your heart? You are doing part of the work that is required because the person that is intended to be in your life in the intended time, they will also be able to protect it. They will also have that beloved key that will unlock the other side of your life. Who am I talking to? But you still think that this is part of the territory. You still think that, well, you got to bruise some elbows and bruise some kneecaps to get where you need to be. But guess what? That mindset is the same mindset that you had when you were 10. Now let's add a couple decades past that. Why are we still with the same mindset? Because it's condoned. Look at your environment. If your environment is not bringing peace of mind, how about sparking your growth? How about validating your worth? How about illustrating what happiness is about? Let me ask you this. Why are you there? Why are you there? If it's not yielding all the things that you long for, even though your mouth won't tell you, because you do understand some things require effort physically, you might have to speak that into existence. Talk of manifestation now. Because some people we learn different. Some people we learn by sight. Some people we learn by touch. Some people we learn by hearing. And some we use a combination of all the three. Why aren't you applying that to yourself? Or how are you going to keep the status quo going and pretty much allowing everything that you've gone through be in vain? Now, if this pisses you off, great. If it makes you feel a certain way, even better. Because the truth of the matter is you deserve better. So why are you over there? For what you seek is not found there, it's found within yourself. But first you must believe it is to be. I know some of y'all have received validations this weekend. Pretty interesting weekend for you now, wasn't it? Hmm? I'm not trying to make light of your emotional state. I'm not. But if anything, there should have been a you may have tapped into a little bit of inner strength because you realize that there's no growth there, no matter what the environment is shown, because not everything is good for you, no matter what package it comes in. Who am I talking to? So let's go back to those 5 things that I spoke about in regards. What are the 5 things that you wish to have completed this summer? The first thing is having the courage to admit to yourself what you need to do, which means what? You have to be vulnerable with yourself. There's no pride or vibrato. There's no ego in when it comes to your life. It shouldn't. There's nothing wrong with being proud because that's innate. That's inside you. That is nothing but like litmus paper to your emotional state. But your emotional state is nothing but a reference point to your soul, your spirit, the real you. You know that little boy, little girl that lives inside you? Hmm? How is she feeling these days? Does she feel safe? Is he is he growing? Or does he feel stuck? Or is the uneasiness apparent? Or you feel cloudy in your mind? We know that as being scatterbrained. 50% of it is your environment, and 50% of it is your choice. So, what are you going to do about it? So, just to segue from that, I can't speak on something that I'm not doing. So, I made a decision as of 2 weeks ago. I'm part of the UFC Gym now. We have one here in Virginia Beach. And for some of you, you know that I've got a complete boxing setup in my garage. So every morning, for about an hour, I'm on that. I'm working the speed bag, working that heavy bag, and I've got a power tower which will take care of the shoulders, lats, my core, total conditioning. I want to ensure that the health regimen that I had before the summer has promoted itself when I complete it. Excuse me. That's what the Fountain of Youth is all about, family. It's about maintaining your temple, making sure that you do what you're required to do. Are you eating correctly? Are you drinking your water? Are you taking the necessary uh, herbs such as your vitamins? Yeah, you can go and do a multivitamin, but there's nothing better than actually having a vitamin A, a vitamin B, a vitamin E, vitamin uh, B12, spirulina, black seed oil, extra. What else I use? Yohimbi. Um, I mean, I take about 14. No, I take about 8 to 10 herbal supplements every morning because I got a whole lot of life to live, and so do you. So if your environment is not supporting that, honor that by removing yourself from that distraction. Because guess what? They may be the main ones that are sucking away from you, robbing you of that beautiful smile, keeping you feeling stagnant. And what comes from stagnant? Toxic thought, toxic action, impulsive decision making. Why? There's no foundation. So This summer is all about getting stronger, getting healthier, eating clean. And on my other channel, Journey of a Man, you'll see it because I'll be uploading my progression as well. Now, I know there are going to be some people that are going to tell you flat out, don't worry about it, man. Just whack. Don't do this. Don't do that. But guess what? Truth be told, it's your life. It's your choice. You've always, look, it takes a lifetime just to learn about you. So why are you allowing your empowerment, your influence, or what inspires or motivates you to keep you back? If it's not in a positive light, why are you looking at it? And I understand right now there's a massive energy being placed out there to tell you, hey, take the shortcut. You ain't got to do all that. Just do this. Well, just look at what's been around since the beginning of time compared to what's going on today. Because see, those people that choose to take shortcuts, you're gonna watch them. You're gonna watch them and watch how their body holds up. Mm-hmm. So stop looking at what she looks like and look at who you are in that mirror. And when you decide to look deeper and see the real you, you'll realize how beautiful you are. Because we also know, hey, I get it. Peer pressure, peer pressure. But guess what? Maybe you are a step ahead. Because you might not realize this. Queens, listen up. Natural beauty is natural beauty. And the most beautiful thing about you is here. Here. This is temporary. That's why you see the surgeon, the physician, and unfortunately that caretaker all have the same sentiment. None of that matters. You remember, y'all remember, not to be one, but y'all remember when y'all heard this thing, this saying, or this parable when you was younger, when you started dating, in high school maybe, you said, well, you asked your little boyfriend, little girlfriend, the little scenario, well, if I was in a fire, would you be there for me? Yes or no? Well, guess what? That fire is still burning to this day. But it's here. Because guess what? This can only carry you but so far. It's just like sprinkles on your favorite Sunday. That's all it is. That's all it is. You realize how many beautiful people out on this planet that don't have beautiful lives? And they wish they could change it or go back to who they really was from day one. They would change it in a New York minute. Because one thing's for sure we can agree about. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money buys distraction. When your money runs out, you get to see what's left. Illusion. So yes, stop worrying about what your environment is telling you. Worry about you. Maybe this is the moment that your setback becomes your set up. And guess what? Let them leave. How about keep your dignity and you remove yourself? Just trust and believe when I tell you this. Everyone that laughed, held you back, tried to have an agenda against you, guess what's going to happen? All that energy has to return back to the source. Energy out is energy return. So if you're not living right, your life won't be right. And the same thing that you did to them in the appropriate time, it will return back to you. Why? To teach you empathy, to teach you compassion, excuse me, to teach you the value of your life. So speaking of that, did you wake up this morning and tell yourself that you loved yourself? Hmm? Maybe that's part of the problem. You won't allow yourself to be vulnerable within you, but you expect your lover to be supportive. You can't get that. Let me break it down for some of y'all. How many of y'all been watching the whole scenario with Mary J? You listening to her music? How many of y'all been following her career? I've been following her career since day one. But if you listen to her song that's out there now, listen to the words deeply. That should give you clarity. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Queen, that backside and that cleavage will only attract Johns. When you decide to love yourself, stop hanging around with wrinkling brothers, the real people, your real friends, your real support will be revealed to you as rightfully should. Even Mary said it. Now, come on, because I know some of y'all don't. You guys look at it from a tangible strength, a tangible point of view of, well, if it's not there, I don't believe it exists. But you feeling it every day. You feel it every day. How about that bruise you don't want to talk about? How you think it got there? It wasn't there by love. You're not gonna find it in the club. You find it in yourself when you decide to go within yourself. If anything, make this the summer that you rediscover you. What about those natural gifts and talents you were born with? You do understand you need that. That is nothing but a tool to guide you to your purpose, why you exist. You do understand that, right? You're gonna need that and the passion that comes from it. It's natural love because you like doing it. Even though I know you don't want to, you feel a certain kind of way because if your friends knew what you do, you think that they wouldn't accept you. But guess what? If they won't accept you for being who you are, they don't need to accept you when you're out there in the world. I've been telling y'all, Queen, stop looking for your man. Look for you. Prepare for him because he will be your equal. But if he doesn't have a relationship with God first, he will never have a relationship with himself. And unfortunately, if he doesn't have a relationship with himself, he can never have a relationship with you because he will not be prepared to build, protect, honor your existence. God is praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. And oh yeah, when you remove the word can't from your mindset, watch all the things that were waiting for you to receive. Those may have been your blessings. Have a blessed, safe week, family. Love to hear from you. Peace.